the former title contenders face off in their quest to move right back to the top.
The jostling for position in the talent-rich women's bantamweight class will begin early this year as former world title challengers Miesha Tate and Sara McMann meet tonight. Fresh from back-to-back wins over Liz Carmouche and Rin Nakai, Tate hopes to get back in the race for another shot at champion Ronda Rousey with a win over McMann. An Olympic silver medalist in freestyle wrestling, McMann rebounded from the only loss of her career to Rousey with a hard-fought decision win over Lauren Murphy. Sara McMann battles Miesha Cupcake Tate.
Sara McMann, one of the best wrestlers in women's MMA. A very, very powerful young woman. Good power both in her wrestling, of course, but also in her striking. Very good ground and pound, and when she gets on top of you, very difficult to shake her off. Excellent positioning and top control. This is a very important and very high-profile fight for Sara McMann.
Sara McMann. The former Strikeforce Tournament and Women's Bantamweight Champion, Miesha Tate. Born in Tacoma, Washington, she is now training full-time under the guidance of Robert Follis here in Las Vegas. Miesha has a strong wrestling base. In fact, she's landed a takedown in each of her 12 Strikeforce and UFC fights. She had a fight of the night against Kat Zingano, a fight of the night against Ronda Rousey, and her last win was in Tokyo, Japan, against Rin Nakai. She made the move to Las Vegas before the fight against Liz Carmouche back in April of 2014. There you see Brian Caraway always in her corner as Miesha gets set to enter the octagon for the 5th time.
Miesha Tate gets ready to enter into the octagon, one of the best women's bantamweights in the world. This is a big fight for her. She uses so much grappling in her fighting that it's going to be really interesting to see how she matches up with the world-class wrestling skills of Sara McMann.
15 career wins for the 28-year-old. She wrestled in high school. In fact, she was a 2005 Women's High School Washington State Wrestling Champion. Her first fight was in 2006. She turned professional in 2007. And now, she's set to fight Sara McMann in the octagon. Our tale of the tape for this women's bantamweight fight. Miesha Tate, 28 years old. Sara McMann, 34 years old. Everything else is virtually identical. Once again, the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Women's Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler holding a professional record, 8 wins, 1 loss. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Gaffney, South Carolina, Sara McMann. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a grappler holding a professional record, 15 wins, 6 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, presenting the former Strikeforce Bantamweight champion, Miesha Tate. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee. 2 of the best at 135 pounds in the women's division. Number 2 against number 3. Tate, McMann, and here we go. Black for Sara McMann, the green for Miesha Tate, and they come out firing.
And Sara McMann has an excellent right hand, Mike. Oh,
Nice.
good leg kick there by Miesha. And McMann lands a right hand, and Miesha lands her own right hand.
Miesha Tate, part of the first female UFC fight. That was back in Japan.
McMann countered with a nice right hand there and caught her.
A win over Rinda Kai. Oh, better watch out. As Joe talked about, that big right hand for the Olympian.
Oh, she hurt her there, Mike.
She's pushing forward. Miesha's in trouble early. Sara McMann looking to overwhelm.
Sara McMann is the last one you want on top of you. Her ground and pound is ferocious, and having that pedigree in wrestling, perhaps one of the best wrestlers in women's, terrifying force when she's on top of you, dropping her ground and pound. Miesha's doing a good job of getting it back to full guard now, and she's also doing a good job of controlling the posture of Sara. She doesn't want her to be able to lift up and drop down heavy blows on her. She wants to tie her up, and if she can, perhaps try to work for a submission off of her back.
Just missed with that elbow. And again, you see Miesha trying to control the back of the neck, the back of Sara McMann. Sara wants to posture up or advance. Half guard. Highly decorated grappler, and of course, as Joe mentioned, a silver medal at the Olympics in Athens in 2004.
Miesha's doing a good job of trying. Well, she was tying it up for a bit with that overhook, the left arm. She doesn't want Sara to get those arms free. She wants to tie her up, make it frustrating, block whatever shots do get through, and then immediately try to tie her back up again. And if she feels comfortable with it, get to a position where she thinks she can try to throw up an armbar or a triangle.
When breaking down this fight, Miesha Tate said, you know what, we are very evenly matched. This is anyone's fight, and so far, it's Sara McMann's fight. Both women wrestled in high school.
Well, Sara definitely stunned her with that right hand.
Big time.
And it was one of the things that we were talking about leading up to this fight, was that Sara has good power in her punches, and it throws a very clean, straight right hand. And that would be one of her main weapons in the stand-up, but this is really where she wants to fight.
Miesha trying to stay busy from the bottom.
All right, Sara steps over that right leg.
Wrestlers love the Turk right here.
What she's trying to do, Mike, is step up and pin down the left arm of Miesha Tate. See how she's trying to push down on it? She wants to pin it down with her leg and then get her left leg free, which is trapped inside the half guard. Now she's pushing down with the instep. She's going to try to separate Miesha's legs and get it nicely done. Beautiful job.
Big trouble now for Miesha Tate.
Look at the control. Excellent balance and top game by Sara. And Sara's going to pin that leg in between pin that arm in between her 2 legs and get to the mounted crucifix position, which is a very difficult position to defend against, especially against a world-class wrestler like Sara McMann.
Sara McMann at age 14 was the only girl in the state of South Carolina that was wrestling.
Look at this. Miesha catches her with that hook. Miesha may be able to take her back here if she can get her right arm free. If Miesha holds that position, she cannot hold that position. Sara does a great job of forcing her weight down and moving it forward towards the shoulders.
This position, Joe, all started with big, powerful punches by Sara McMann.
And Miesha's trying to rotate her body underneath to try to do something. What she was doing earlier was trying to use that right leg to go over the hips and get a hook in, but Sara just too strong on top. Sara may look for an arm triangle here, Mike. See how she's advancing that arm under the neck of Miesha Tate? She may pin down and try to step. If she does this, though, she's got to hop over the other side. She's doing it. She's pinning down her head, trapping that arm, but it's not available to on Miesha's left side. She's got to hop over to the other side if she wants to get that submission.
Elbows from the top by Sara McMann.
Look out, though. Yeah. Look out. Miesha trying to trap her with her legs.
Final 15 seconds of a round dominated by Sara McMann, but watch out. Can she do it?
Miesha's got her in a triangle from the bottom, Mike. It's across the face. It's not under the neck, but it's in a bad spot.
Final seconds.
Time you kick, it's okay, okay? No more kicks.
Breathe. Nice big deep breaths.
Okay, she's standing up, striking with you. I think she's gonna try to wrestle this round. I think she felt confident on top. I think she's gonna do that. So good little step. She always punches me. Keep her chin low. Try to get cut from your low. What do you got?
Keep it left hand up, lower your stance, and don't be afraid to wrestle her. When we get on bottom, you got to get your arms inside.
Great.
It's there. It's good. Water.
Standing convenience.
Your stand-up's where this is at, Sara.
See the kicks, the boxing's there, everything's there.
After that right hand, that right leg's there a lot too.
Sara, let's go.
Take a look at this right hand by Sara McMann. Boom, right on the jaw of Miesha. See her leg give out? Hard right hand by McMann. Some excellent ground and pound. Very good control from the top.
Jimmy Gifford, Robert Paulus, Brian Caraway, all in the corner of Miesha Tate tonight. Born in Tacoma, Washington.
And they want Miesha to keep that left hand up high to protect against the right hand of McMann.
15 career wins for Miesha Tate. And there's that big right, McMann trying to connect here in round 2.
Yeah, she was a little short of it right there, but she landed it again. Pressing forward, hard jab as well. And McMann has real power, Mike. And that's intimidating power. The way Miesha's leg buckled like that, that shows you the type of power she's got. There's a nice leg kick as well. Miesha's got to get something going offensively, Mike, especially while they're standing up here. She may perhaps think that her best chance to win this fight is by submission. Oh, she just got tagged again. At the end of that right hand, not full power behind it.
Then she switched it up, Joe.
That's a nice left to the body also by McMann.
Nice knee, clinch work. A couple of great shots to the body. Good dirty boxing by Sara McMann. And Joe, just the way Miesha carries her left hand leaves an opening for Sara to come over the top.
Again, that's what her corner was asking her to please keep that left hand up high, especially if she goes over the top.
Total strikes thus far in this battle. Sara McMann 31 to just 12 for Miesha Tate.
Miesha's reaching now, Mike, and I don't like that. The way she just reached there, bending forward and reaching forward, like a little frustrated. Ran in with that switch kick, but got tagged.
Another big right hand for Sara McMann.
Sara is swinging with those shots. And perfect technique behind them, too. They're not wide, they're straight. They're going right down the pipe, and there's a lot of power behind them.
And Miesha may even be a little bit surprised how much power Sara McMann is possessing tonight.
Miesha landed a front kick to the body there, and she's got good kicks. She's got to utilize
to the body by Tate, who may still be struggling a bit from that big right hand and the combination thereafter by Sara in round 1.
Well, I think she's trying to find her rhythm here. I mean, there's a front kick by Sara. She's trying to find some success. There's a nice leg kick by Miesha.
And for the Olympic silver medalist, the only loss of her professional career is to rowdy Ronda Rousey, the best in the world. Sara McMann would love to get another chance at that belt.
Oh, beautiful right hand again by McMann. And again, Miesha has that left hand low, Mike, not listening to her corner's advice about that. And there's a nice knee to the body by McMann. Sara McMann is very strong for a 135-pound woman. And when you see her lock up with these women, it's very evident. A lifetime of grappling has given her both mechanical advantage and just physical strength that's very hard to match.
She was considered by many, Joe, to be the best female wrestler for a little over a decade here in the U.S. And of course, she had the success. Now a little slugfest.
Oh, Miesha landed a nice right hand there.
Sarah.
She forces Sara to dive. But look at this. Miesha looking for the neck. Miesha's got the guillotine.
Can she get it here? Miesha Tate.
It's an excellent guillotine.
Looking for the submission.
She forces Sara on her back.
Lots of time to work.
They're hand fighting here, and note the right knee of Sara McMann, which prevents Miesha from stepping over into the full mount. She's got to step over that. I would like to see where their hands are right here. I can't see. I know Miesha only has one hand around the neck right here. The left knee is trapped in between the two legs of Sara McMann. She wants to get that knee free and step over the top to mount. She's still working this choke. It looks like she's trying to work it with one hand. She's
Miesha
cranking on the neck. Even though it's one hand, Mike, it's putting a tremendous amount of pressure on Sara McMann's neck.
And all her body weight, Joe.
She's bending it. She's arching her back.
Shot to the body. And this was all set up by Miesha having success with her stand-up. Sara went for the takedown, and now we see this.
This is big for Miesha. This could easily win her this round, Mike.
Absolutely. The momentum has
got to mount.
Breathe in deep. Breathe in deep.
She's too athletic to stay out and get packed. Hey, you can't do that.
Breathe. Breathe in deep. Nice big deep breaths.
She's a great athlete. She's used to being controlled.
Hey, here's the key thing. Go first and throw your hands. When you do that, you're making her wrestle. Look what you did. We need that this round.
I don't care if it's head down.
Miesha, I need everything big.
You all right?
Everything's big. You want to win this fight, you got to step it up right now.
That's the key thing. It's one round to one round. So we got to go out, be aggressive.
Yes. And he rolled threes right there. Hey, Sarah, 1-1. This is the fight. Listen, 1-1, Sarah. This is the fight.
Last round.
Sara McMann's corner just said it's 1-1. This is the fight. 5 minutes remain.
Miesha stepping forward.
Wow.
Beautiful throw by Sara McMann. But look at this. Miesha winds up on top. Outstanding job by Miesha Tate. Trapped in half guard on top.
Very
excellent
experienced
control
grappler
here.
and wrestler too, Joe, and you can see it.
Yes, she is. And MMA grappling is different than Olympic wrestling, of course. You know, when you're adding in strikes and submissions, it makes things much more even. Miesha trapping the arm. If you look at the right arm of Sara McMann, Miesha trying to force her head down into the armpit, perhaps looking for an arm triangle. She keeps looking for that position.
Miesha in top position, but it was reversal, not a takedown. Miesha Tate coming in has landed a takedown in all 12 of her strike force and UFC fights.
She landed a good right hand there, good ground and pound.
She's happy in this position.
Well, you know what? If she can maintain this for the majority of the round, she can get this fight. But I'm sure she would like to finish. She's stepping over, trying to get that left arm of Sara McMann trapped under her knee. And for Sara, she has got to get up. She has got to force an underhook on the right side, scoot her hips to the right, and get back up to her feet.
Both women,
Look at this side control. Very nicely done by Miesha Tate.
have been in side control in this fight. Both women talked about not just winning impressively.
Good elbows to the body by Miesha. As long as she can maintain this position, she's not going to get stood up. She's now in a dominant position. And, you know, these might not be stopping the fight, these short elbows, but they're scoring points. She's staying active.
Octagon control. Elbows and to the body.
And this is a terrible position for Sara McMann. And now here's another thing. When someone is such a dominant wrestler, oftentimes they don't spend much time on their back.
Yep.
Because it's not natural. They're used to taking people down. They're used to being the hammer. They're not used to being the nail.
Used to say that, put the wrestler on his back.
There's a lot of wrestlers that go to their backs that look like turtles.
Just about to the midway point of the third and final round.
I mean, right now, Sara McMann should be using that forearm to frame up, push Miesha away, hip escape. I mean, she's bridging up right now, but that's not enough. She has her left leg over the leg of Miesha Tate, what you call an empty half, but she's not trapping it. She's turning right now, trying to get out, but she's got to keep going. She can't just stop right there. She's got to continue that rotation. She's got to pop her hips up and out.
Good shot
She's
there.
Eating punches by Miesha Tate.
2 minutes. Miesha talked about the fact that she fought for an entire year for free when she became a professional mixed martial artist.
And look at this, Miesha rotating nicely, maintaining control, holding Sara in place.
Got that arm trap.
Good elbows by Miesha.
She's in a great position here.
Sara's wincing in pain. Those are hard elbows to the face with the point of the elbow. And now Sara has gotten into half guard, which is slightly better, but Miesha is still on top of her.
And tons of credit, Joe, to Miesha Tate. She was in trouble in the first round.
She certainly was, but she has rebounded nicely.
Absolutely. And it was set up by strikes in round 2. McMann with the takedown, Miesha got the neck. And now she's pretty much been in control of the fight since then.
It's amazing as good a grappler Sara is that she has no answer for this position. She should be rotating left and right, bucking up, scooting her hips back. Look at this, she almost turned her over, but they ran into the cage. But she needs more of that. She needs way more of that.
Right now, statistically, they are tied in total strikes.
But this is all Miesha Tate. I mean,
No question.
Sara would have to do something absolutely huge to win this round.
Sara's corner said, Joe, it's 1-1. This is the fight, and Miesha's taking it.
Yeah, and look at this. Miesha is about to step over into side control again, and she's there. Nicely done by Miesha Tate.
Deep waters early.
Misha's looking for a Kimura.
Striking range.
Misha's looking for a Kimura.
Cranking on that arm.
She might try to finish this fight here.
10 seconds.
Sara's in trouble. She lost the position, but she's still on top. Huge round for Miesha Tate, and most likely the fight.
Set up here the strikes, and then outstanding grappling by Miesha Tate. And she finished in a dominant position. Brian Caraway, Miesha Tate, they've been together for a very long time. They used to live in an RV outside of Dennis Holman's house, and they train mixed martial arts every day. Miesha Tate will work her way to the center of the octagon with the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 29-27, and 28-28 for the winner by majority decision, Miesha Tate.
Big win for Miesha Tate, especially after the way round 1 went. There's Jimmy Gifford, Brian Caraway, and Joe Rogan.
I'm here with the winner, Miesha Tate. Miesha, congratulations on a very hard-fought victory. It was a great fight, a tough fight against one of the best in the division. the first round, you got caught with a right hand. How badly were you hurt?
Pretty bad, honestly. I knew I had to hang on for dear life at that moment. I knew she got another shot and I could have been done, so I was really hurt in that first round.
Well, you recovered really well in the second. Let's take a look at the guillotine. You caught her in a nasty choke. You almost had it in that second round, and that really turned things around for you this moment. You trapped this neck here. You almost worked for this. You almost had this guillotine. How close do you think you had it?
At the last, I think if I would have had 10 seconds more, I was getting to the mount, and I'd finally cleared her arm, and I had a really good lock, and then the time ran out. You know, she fought out of it well.
And maybe what was even more surprising, you out-grappled her in the third round. That was really a big key round for you.
Yeah, you know, and she almost had that takedown. I was like, I can't give it up. You know, whoever gets on top this round likely is going to dominate the round, so I had to fight tooth and nail for that last position.
Well, you